After 9 years of police custody, Lieutenant Colonel Shrikant Purohit walked out of jail today. He was released from the Tajola jail in Maharashtra after the Supreme Court granted him bail in the Malegaon blast case. After his release, he has been posted to the Southern Command Liaison Unit and has been placed under discipline and vigilance ban, which basically means that Colonel Purohit cannot be promoted or go for career advancement courses till he is cleared of all the charges. Lieutenant Colonel Purohit was given conditional bail by the Supreme Court of India on August 21st. This after he'd spent 9 years in police custody in connection to the Malegaon blast. He was charged with collecting funds for the right-wing organization Abhinav Bharat and aiding and abetting the Malegaon blast. He was also accused of being a quote-unquote terrorist. One of the charges against him was that he was supplying military equipment to Abhinav Bharat and had illegally accessed arms and ammunition. And now, of course, he is out of jail. But just to remind our viewers, there was a bit of confusion in some circles of the media. Mr. Colonel Purohit is not a free man. He is walking out of jail on bail. The case, of course, continues. That will carry on. The Supreme Court clearly taking cognizance of his counsel's argument that no charges had been framed against Colonel Purohit in the last 9 years, and therefore he should be let out on bail. Remember, the Makoka charges were dropped against Colonel Purohit. He was currently in jail on the under the prevention of pardon me, just one sec. I'll just take you through some of the details of that story. But before we do that, my colleague Pragya Jha, who's been mapping all the details for us from Mumbai, is joining us live on the broadcast from Mumbai. Pragya, hi. Do you feel there's been a degree of misinformation floating on the Army's quote-unquote reception for Lieutenant Colonel Purohit and also on his status as someone out on bail and not really a free man?
That's right, Aisha. I've seen, a lot of Twitter trending where army personnel were shown as forming human chains. If people have misquoted saying things like, this was to honor Lieutenant Colonel Shrikant Prasad Purohit walking out on bail. In fact, that was not the case at all. I've been tracking Lieutenant Colonel Shrikant Purohit since morning. That is, he left the Taloja jail in Navi Mumbai. So we had been there since 7 a.m. in the morning. And we tracked him until he reached the Colaba military station. Now, at the Colaba military station, we witnessed those visuals where army personnel just outside the military station's gate formed a human chain. Now that was to avoid unwarranted entry, because of course media personnel are not allowed to enter that area, which is on high alert always, and is highly secure. There's a lot of security there, and manning 24/7 at the gates of the military station in Colaba. So of course there is this degree of misinformation that's been passed through social media,
right,
where people have been clicking pictures and misleading that this was of course or this was done to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Purohit.